to the Brady Bobb Show.
And welcome. This is the Brady Bobb Show. How y'all doing today? That's what's up. That's what's up. Glad to see everybody out here in the land of TV. Say, listen, my first guest I have on my show, this young lady. Oh, I love her. She is my pastor, the famous my pastor, Pastor Mia Wright. How you doing?
Hey, Brady, I'm good, and I'm
doing all
glad to
right?
be here with you. Yes.
I'm so blessed and honored to have you in my studio. The presence of the Lord is here, y'all. Y'all know it's here.
All
How
right
you
with
doing?
me. I'm doing good. You know, I tried to come and match some of your energy
I see
today.
you got
so
your
it's
cap,
like,
girl.
yeah.
She got her cap going.
Hey, I love your swagger. I love your style. I love how you bless people and you just show up. So thank you.
Come
Thank
on
you.
now.
That's how I came.
Don't have me blushing out here. But I like that cap though.
Thank
I like
you so
it.
much.
I like it. I like it. So you know, caps are in right now.
Oh, they are.
They are in. I know since I was I was at your church for the George Floyd funeral.
Yeah.
And I had my cap on in the pulpit, and I thought y'all were gonna tell me take that cap off, boy. You know, I was kind of nervous. I was like, man, can I wear it or should I not wear it? But y'all didn't say nothing, so
I guarantee
cool
you somebody thinking it, but it wasn't me, because I'm like, hey, it looks good on you.
You know, the older generation,
Yeah.
they'll tell you, man, you're not supposed to wear no cap in church. And I was like, should I take this off or whatever? But you look good with it, though.
Thank you so
I like
much.
that,
I used to wear a lot of hats back in the day, but now just physically, psychologically wear a lot of hats.
Back in the day, the Renaissance, a lot of blacks wore hats and suits. So that's the type of energy that I try to bring to the youngsters right now, because I'm not about to, have my pants sagging and all that type of stuff. I want to look, presentable at all times.
You don't just look presentable, Brady. You look well put together. And there's a difference. People need to know that you can dress, you can style, you can look good, you can pull it all together, and it's just a topper to the rest of the whole outfit. It's like that cherry on top, right?
So look, Pastor, having you here, Houston, just letting y'all know about Pastor Wright. She is co-pastor at the Fountain of Praise. That's my church, y'all. That's my church. So, and you are immaculate. You and your husband, I love y'all. You also my sister in Divine Nine.
The Divine Nine, that's right.
And your husband, he's an Alpha. She's an AKA. That's for people that don't know.
Yeah. And I played the long, hard way.
Woo,
back in the day.
Back in the day, that's right. I pledged too, y'all. I got my head busted too,
I see you got a little
I still got that
right there.
Get out of line if you want. Put something on your butt. But look,
of course,
Pastor,
there was none of that going on as we went into these organizations.
It better not be.
Nothing but love.
Yeah, that's right. But look, Pastor, I just want to let you know, I've been a member of you all's church for 15 years.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's a long time.
It really is.
But how long has the church been going?
Well, we've been the Fountain of Praise for 20 years. But before that, we were South Post Oak Baptist Church.
That's right.
And that church was located on South Post Oak Road. Went through a lot of transitions demographically. We got landlocked. And then when we got to a place of really feeling like not just the name had changed, but the spirit of the church had changed. Because we've been there for 30 years, and the church is about 50 years old, 60 years old. We've been there 30 years. But we knew that it wasn't just the same, right? So things had changed, and people were coming, not because, where we were located. Folks were coming from everywhere because of the Spirit, because of the presence of God, and because of how they felt when they left there. So we decided we had to have a name change. Prayed about it. God gave us the name, the Fountain of Praise, because that's what really, happens. It's a praise-heavy place, right? We're rooted in the Word, but people leave there knowing how to praise and make their way to God, to the presence of God. And so we became the Fountain of Praise on Hillcroft now.
and I remember growing up, I had a best friend that went to South Post. And I visited there as a child.
Oh, wow. Very different church, huh?
Yes.
Real traditional.
Right it's behind the store.
Yeah, a little Citgo or something.
Yeah, it's behind the Citgo, right by that.
But all
Checkers.
of it's gone now. let me tell you, all of that has gone. The developer has completely redeveloped that property.
Yeah.
And in our time in transition, we were just really grateful to have been there in the presence in that space, but really feeling that what God has for us has moved us to a new location. And, I think it translates also to our personal lives as well, not just me personally, but people in general. Sometimes you grow up in a place and you get as far as you can go, right? And then it's time to move on, and you can't be afraid to release what you had. You can't be afraid to let go of what used to be, so that you can become what you're supposed to be.
So look, let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
Your background. So where are you from?
I'm from California originally.
You from Cali?
Grew up in Austin.
What's
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah, that's right. West Side.
Throw it up. Pass it now. Don't let.
I can't even do my fingers like, oh, there we go.
Pass it down to earth, y'all.
I'm sitting here and look at it. I got too many hand signals. But then I lived in Austin. Grew up in Austin.
Grew up in Austin.
Austin. My grandfather was a pastor there.
Oh,
and
so you have roots.
I kind of been like a church girl a long time, but
yes,
then I was like not in church for a long time.
It's all right.
I was the
It's
black
all right.
sheep of the family.
It's all right.
And so I really shocked the world when I said I'm going to marry a reverend. People are like, she's getting married to a preacher? I'm like, yeah, I shocked the world. I shocked myself. The Lord shocked me. He couldn't have told me this plan. So anyway, Pastor Wright and I, Remus Wright, and I got married a long time ago. And
long time ago. But you look like you.
Thank you.
27, 28, 29,
He married me when I was so young.
Oh, okay. All right, Pastor. Pastor Wright. All right, now I see what you did.
That's our joke. Our running joke is like, I got married out of kindergarten. And he was like, don't tell nobody that.
Well, that's what's up. That's what's up. I mean, y'all a beautiful couple.
Thank you.
I love y'all. And I love y'all energy when I come to church. I mean, Found the Praise is one of those churches that, you want to come, but it's almost like you're going to see somebody like, hey, and I just love the energy around it. So look, I got to pay a few bills right quick.
Okay, let's
and
pay the
we're going to
bills.
come back and talk to you a little bit more with Pastor Wright on the Brady Bobb Show. You know how we do it. We'll be right back after these messages. T-Dash, give it to him.
Welcome to the Brady Bobb Show.
And we are back with the Brady Bobb Show with the famous, my sister, love her to death, Pastor Mia Wright, y'all. Give it up for her, y'all.
Hey, Brady.
Hey.
You're the famous one.
No, I'm not famous. I'm not famous.
I follow you on Instagram.
No, I'm not famous. Not me. I'm little old me. You know.
You on the rise.
Hey, if that's what God want me to do, I'm going to be there.
It's in the plan.
Yeah, that's right. So look, Pastor, just, growing up, you say you grew up in Austin.
Yeah.
How was Austin to you?
Austin was interesting. It's a city I was really anxious to leave.
Oh, okay.
So I got a great family there. Went to school there, went to UT, and just was really ready to get out. I tell you what, Houston's been the city for me. Houston's been the city where God has had his plan, his hand on me, and whether it's been through the church or even professionally or personally or just networking with people, Houston's been the city for me. And so I really love this place.
And like I say, I've been following you. You are big in the community when it comes to being an advocate for black women.
Oh, yeah.
Elaborate on that.
Well, I really believe in the potential of every person, right? But I also think that we also limit ourselves. And so many times we see ourselves in this box or in what other people have said we could do or what, the world has suggested that we could do. But I feel that black women, above all other people, have this great opportunity and this window of opportunity right now to really expand and to do, whether it's business or education or community service, whatever political agendas, women have this opportunity to really go forth. And when we have our belief and we have a network of support, we can do that. And so I'm an advocate for that. I'm definitely a vocal and I'm a cheerleader for women.
The conferences be off the chain, y'all. Ooh, I'm telling you, come get that spirit, and you get the praise, you get to talking in tongues a little bit. Get to taking your jacket off.
Come on now, hey, take it off, come out of it. You know what?
Taking the jacket off and throwing it and everything, y'all.
Yeah, you right. Look at you, Brady. See?
Yeah.
I had a guy tell me one time, he said, I wish I was a woman. And I
No,
was
he
like,
didn't.
what?
No,
Wait. And I said, what? And he said, he was helping like serving in the
Uh-huh.
conference. I was watching these women. They were just so free. They were just
Yeah.
like, I love God. I'm going to do better in my life. He goes, and men, we got to sit back and be
we too
constrained.
tough.
Yeah. So it was just like this liberty. And that's what we have with Metamorphosis, with the women's conference. It's really helping women tap into what that potential is, you know. So you've got a purpose. God has a plan. And you just have to tap into it and believe it and do it.
I'm gonna tell you this one thing about your husband, Pastor.
Uh-huh.
He gon' I love his testimony too.
Ooh,
And with you all together, man, Pastor break down too on that in that pulpit
Oh
and
my
have
God,
you crying and you know with that little, you know,
Yes.
Pastor, and you all, when I say it's a spirit in that church, and I love it. And Pastor and you when you all talk, when y'all give, and when y'all in that Bible, I mean, a lot of people, I look to my left and they're touched, they're in tune with you all.
Yeah.
And it's a great experience over at the Fountain of Praise.
I love to hear that.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to think that we're very relevant, right? Because both of us has been through a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
And when you have him on your show, he'll tell you about his ascend. As really what I see is that, you know, he had GD, and he went back to college at almost 30 years old.
Man, I know.
And he got his GED at 28. Then he got his bachelor's degree. Then he got a master's degree, and he's invited to Harvard, and he has a doctorate degree. All these things from a man who got kicked out of high school, but he needs to come and tell his whole story.
But that's what I'm about to say. I mean,
woo.
because his story and your story, and for God to combine you all together, you know, it was destiny.
It sure was, yeah.
Like I said, and we were just talking about school too, and you were saying something about you going back to school too.
I'm at USC, and it has been a lifelong dream to go to USC to fight on, and I'm working on my doctorate. I'm getting it the hard way, so
that's right.
Yeah, but I'm doing research right now.
Like the kids say, you getting it out the what? The mud.
Well, them kids telling the truth, because I tell you what, I've been mixing the dirt.
I know how it is, because trying to study and you know life.
And being my age trying to study, with this brain, I'm like, oh God, help me.
You're 32 now.
Oh,
you just turned 32, huh?
I've had a few anniversaries of 32 now. I can't even lie. I don't watch out because the Lord might send a lightning bolt from heaven on me on that one. But no, Brady, I'm in my 50s, and you know, just
good, though.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, you know,
I feel good. 50's a new 30.
I know, for real.
Yes.
Have you seen some of these celebrities that's 50?
Look at here, some that's 60.
That's what I'm saying.
Angela Bassett is blowing my mind.
You know who my favorite?
Shero. Who?
You know who my favorite? And this just is me. Bam off Good Times. Bernadette.
Oh,
I love me some Bam. Oh Lord, that's my
Still
favorite.
Looking good. But you know
good.
what? That says a lot. That says a lot. We always say black don't crack.
We don't.
But you know what, Bray? I say black implodes. Especially because some of us, we hold all this stuff on the inside and we don't know how to let it go. That's why church is important, so we can get to God. But when we say black don't crack, it's because we have good care for ourselves. And so those people that are looking good, they're caring for themselves. And so self-care is really important part of our it should be a very important part of our regimens.
Yeah, get your feet, your nails, your hair, and your skin.
But get your mind right.
Get your mind right, too.
Eat right.
That's right.
Hey, you told me that you were having a green drink.
Oh yeah, I'm
disappeared.
a
My
green
goodness.
monster. Yeah, I got
Green
a green monster drink here, right here. You know, I've been on my green.
Yes.
You know, just trying to get myself back. You know, into how I used to look back in the day. And, you know, health is important.
Health is so important. If we ain't learned nothing else right now during this pandemic,
exactly.
You know, take care of yourself. Get your vegetables. Eat right.
That's right.
You know, hey.
So look, Pastor, I want to let you know, I love you. I appreciate you coming on my show. You know, and I was like, man, if I could just get one of the pastors to come on my show. And we have been communicating, you know, since the George Floyd thing, and you have been a pivotal person in my life to you know, because George was one of my best friends. Yeah. And you told me to keep my head up and keep striving, and I took your advice, and look where we are right now.
Yeah.
And I want to say I love you. I love Pastor, and I'm giving her flowers while she here and everything.
It's a
So
blessing
we
me.
love
Thank
you.
you.
You know that. So look, let the public know how they can get in contact with you or come to, church.
Fountain of Praise,
Come to the
yeah.
Fountain of Praise.
Well, great. You can find out more about the Fountain of Praise online at tfop.org. Stands for the initials of the church, the Fountain of Praise. Or you catch us on Facebook, the Fountain of Praise. We have our Sunday services live every Sunday at 9 a.m. You can come in person with the mask, or we have a mask for you, or you can watch us online if you don't want to come out during the pandemic. We have a lot of things happening in the community, so it's a great opportunity for people to be able to know what's going on. Just follow us on our Facebook and our Twitter or Instagram. We're out there on all the social media. For me personally, I can be found at Mia Wright on pretty much all of my social media, Instagram, etc.
And you can go online, so don't be trying to lie and say you don't go to church. You can go online. You can be in your bed, eating your grapes and your breakfast, and get some of that spirit in you. Okay?
Oh yeah,
That's what it is.
I'm a big proponent of the online church,
That's
online
right.
fellowship. So, you can see me there, meet me there.
That's right. They can't lie and say you didn't go to church. You can go online. All right.
Yeah.
So look, Pastor, we love you. God bless you. And I just want to say, I love you again.
Thank you,
for
Brady.
coming out.
I love you. Thank you for having me. I pray God's blessings over your life, your career, your desires, and your broadcast, that your reach will go beyond your imagination.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now you got it. I got the praise and I got the acceptance from Miss Mia. So God bless y'all. We'll be right back after these messages. Brady Bobb Show.
Welcome to the Brady Bobb Show.
This is Shot TV.
Sauce dripping, got what you're looking for.
And welcome back to the Brady Bobb Show. Listen, y'all, I am so excited. I have Mr. Swinging in the Rain, Mr. Sitting Sideways, Mr. Grammy Award winning. Y'all, let me
Nominated.
tell y'all something. Nominated. Grammy Award nominated.
Yeah.
Mr. Paul Wall himself, y'all.
What it do?
Mr. Coming Down Slab Guard,
Yes,
y'all.
sir.
Man, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Paul?
Thank you for having me, man.
Man, thank you for coming out, man.
I was a little late getting here. Y'all don't know that, but we know that I was a little late getting here. I'm not usually not late.
Yeah, he was on CPT
Today
time,
I was
y'all.
late. Yeah.
You know what CPT time is?
What that mean?
Color people time.
I can't. I ain't gonna say that.
No, you can say color people time. You got to pass.
My homeboy say we picked the color is black. I got a homeboy, he hate when people say people of color or any of that. I always say that. Man, we picked the color is black.
Yeah, that's right. Paul already know. Look, I'm not crossing them type of lines. You know what I'm saying? Look, you married to her.
Yeah.
You
Shout
married
out to my wife, Chris Wall. Crystal, what's up?
And to
beautiful black woman. Yes,
beautiful black woman. I was one, because I want you to see it.
Yeah.
And so that CPT time that rubbed off on him a little bit. So, but you usually, man, a prompt guy, man.
Yes,
You're a man of your word.
Yeah.
And man, I just want to say I thank you for coming out,
Sure.
man. We love you. I love you, man.
Yes, sir.
Giving you your flowers.
Yeah, thank you, man.
While you here, man.
Thank you,
That's what this show is really about, man. So look, Paul, want to get into it? Let's dive into it, man.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I remember Paul Wall, before he was Paul Wall.
Yeah.
I remember you, man. The hustle,
Yeah.
the grind, the grit, out there getting it. So how life been treating you, man?
Been great, man. Of
Great.
course, there's always ups and downs, but when I really think about my life and things I really worked for and asked God for and really just dedicated my time, energy for, I got them.
Got 'em, man.
The things I would like that I don't really work for, like, I'd like to own the Astros one day.
Oh, correct.
That's gonna take some hell of a work. I don't know if I got that type of work in me right now. So that's one of them things where it's like,
Well, let me be down with you too.
Yeah. We can start the
spokesman
fun
for that
going.
stuff.
Yeah, we can get we can start raising money because it's gonna
Yeah,
it's gonna
man.
take some money.
But if it's one person in this city. You understand? You know, I believe whatever you say,
Yeah, yeah.
you gonna do.
Yeah, and I'm a firm believer in that too. Like in anything that I really, or any of us, we really put down as a goal we really want, and you know, we dedicate 100% to it, and we can get it, anything, no matter what it is. But it's got to be that full 100%. You can't, you know, especially if you want something that's out of this world. You can't go to the edge of the atmosphere and then just chill. You got to go out of this world to get it, and it takes some power and them space rocket engines to get out of this world. You got to really just dedicate 100%. I can't get, if I do 95, I'm not gonna get there.
I know, man. I remember, and this is God honest truth, man. I remember. I mean, I think I had came home from college. I went up to U of H, man. This is before you really blew up, and you was at U of H on campus, grinding your CDs, trying to have some people. And I'm gonna be. We usually don't cuss on the show. I don't cuss. Man, they was shitting on you.
Hold on, man. We had Miss Wright on here earlier.
Yeah, Pastor.
Hold on. Yeah, we had Pastor Wright. Hold on. So if we have any viewers still watching, excuse the language.
Yeah, but we really don't. I've never cussed on this show.
Yeah.
But just to understand, I know how you feel when people don't appreciate your craft.
Right.
But you giving them all you can, and I remember one dude like, man, what this dude here, man? And then, cause I was playing ball for Kentucky State, and I know you from the neighborhood, from South Lee, and with Sean and Danjo, and big shouts out to Danjo too.
What's up, baby?
You know, that's my boy, that's my brother, that's a mud guy.
Yeah.
And man, I remember seeing that, and I was going to the NFL 2001, came back to Houston. Now, by that time, everybody blew up. Trey, you, Pokey, Kiki, everybody blowing up. But I'm in college.
Yeah.
You know, Screw, you know, everybody was doing their thing. And I never forget, man, Pokey was like, man, I got a song with Pow Wow and it's jamming. He said, man, you need to come home. So I came home. Do you remember?
I don't remember.
You don't remember
that time, but I remember
that?
when you came home.
I came home and I was in the video.
Okay,
the City Sideways video.
Yeah.
You remember
us? In the parking lot.
You remember Sucker Free Sunday?
Yeah.
That was me. You remember that was me chewing that gum? It was you, me, and then Pokey. I was in the middle chewing that gum hard.
Yeah.
On Sucker Free Sunday. And that was the first time you like, man, come on. Because you knew Pokey was my brother.
Yeah.
So you like, man, come on. And man, since then, man, it's just been like a love thing. Like, man, I love me some Power Wow. But I always, you know, showed you love.
For sure.
But it was just like, man, when you allowed me to be on Sucker Free Sunday, this nationwide.
Yeah.
You know, I'm all in Kentucky, and they was like, man, I see you on with Power Wow, man.
Yeah.
So look how the circle of God comes back now.
Man,
you're on my show now.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man, and it's just a testament to the grind being constant and forever.
Yeah, man.
You know, I see a lot of times people in any like path that they're going down, whether it's, you know, sports or you know, going to school to be a lawyer or whatever it is, you know. But I see it a lot in music.
Yeah.
Where people have like immense talent, where they got talent that's just unbelievable, and sometimes that can be a downfall for them, or they lean on how much talent they got, so they feel like maybe they don't have to put in as much work because they might have more talent than me, but I might have more grind than them.
Yeah, right.
So you know, sometimes if you got that talent but you don't match it with the grind and the hustle, you know, you're not gonna reach your full expectations, and that can be discouraging when you really feel like this is for you, when you like feel it in your heart, your spirit, your soul, this is destined for me to do this, whatever it is, you know. But you don't give it your all just because you don't have to, because you're so much better than everybody else. You don't have to give it your all. Then you get used to not giving it your all, and then you don't reach your full potential. So even I remember being at U of H, man, it definitely was, you know, more people that didn't like me than did like me. But I didn't care if they didn't like me.
You didn't
all I cared about was who are the people here that's one, either gonna buy a CD from me because it's a switch out CD and they're already a fan, or two, they gonna support the hustle, or three, I might just make a new fan from somebody, you know, and that happens plenty of times.
So let me ask you a question. Coming from the South Side, You Southside, tell you.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
Southside,
like,
y'all.
I'm like both. Everybody on the North Side, they love me because that's where I grew up. But then when I moved to the South Side, of course they hate me. After that, they mad at me. Oh, you left us? You to the South Side now? Oh man,
But I mean, you could fit in anywhere.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
understand? And people love you just.
And I'm
because
definitely gonna represent anywhere I done lived or any of my hoods, and I got a couple of them represent all of them, man.
So let me ask you a question. Dealing with the music thing, and you going into the other side, like they say, the other side, and the other side, we had Screw,
right.
SUC, and then you had Switch House. Those were the
right.
major underground,
right.
Venues of the underground music that was popping at the time. And for you to go to the Swisher House, and for you, you could have easily been in the Screwed Up Clique easily.
Yeah, in my mind, I think back to that a lot, because in my mind, at that time, especially in the era I grew up where it was North Side versus South Side, North Side didn't even go to the South Side. South Side didn't even go to the North Side. The only part that would be like on the verge is the Galleria. Everybody would go to the Galleria, and is this the South Side or the North Side? And they really ain't either. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only. Other than that, my boy Goo You, he wouldn't go past the Astrodome. The only time to go past the Astrodome.
What's up, baby?
Yeah, the only time you go past the Astrodome is to go to the Galleria, and that would be like once a year. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time my car got flooded out on South Lee, and I had to go to the other side of town to get something. I had to go to Gulf Bank. And Goo was like, hell no, I'm not going. I'm not going. And I'm like, nah, I need to ride. I need it. No, well, it's not going to be me. I'm not going. I'm not going to the North Side. And it was like, because he a true South Sider. So, I think to them times, like, because in my mind, off on the North Side, they wouldn't give me a chance. But then seeing everybody that dealt with Screw and hearing all their stories about how he gave them so many chances, and how he just gave them opportunities. I feel like if I would have went to Screw House and knocked on the door, he would have gave me a shot. It might have took me 100 times to come in and knocking. The first time I came, he might have not came to the door. The second time I came, he might have said, come back, I'm busy. But if I would have came and kept coming, there's no doubt in my mind Screw would have gave me a shot the same way he gave everybody else a shot. Because I've never heard otherwise. That's how he is. That's just the type of person he is. I've never heard other than that. But in my mind, growing up on the North Side, it was like, nah, I'm not going to have no shot on the South Side. So even coming, and this was, man, when I'm rapping on the Swisher House tapes, I would be shouting out to some South Side streets. Definitely my South Side partners. And it would be funny because they would not listen to, especially in the first time I gave a shout out on Swisher House tape, and they'd be excited, but also like disrespected. Man, you shouted me out on Swisher House tape. Nah, take it off. Just tease me, mess with me. But and they'd go to the shout out, hear the shout out, and then eject the tape. All right, next tape, put in the Screw tape. We heard the shout out. They represent for us, but at the same time, it'd be not too much. But those were some definitely some good days for me, man. I remember them days, man. Those were.
So look, we got to transition. I got to pay a few bills. We're going to talk about the transitioning from Swisher House to being a mainstream artist. We'll be right back after these messages with the Brady Bobb Show. T-Dad, get into him, baby.
Welcome to the Brady Bobb Show.
Back with the Brady Bobb Show. I'm with the Grammy Award nominee. Mr. Sitting Sideways, Swinging in the Rain. Man, I love that song. Powerwall, y'all, Swinging in the Rain.
That's my favorite song I ever made, man. That's my favorite song I ever made. Hey, when I
get chills when that song come on.
Hey, when I wrote this song, all I could think about was Lil Kiki. Got to be a G.
I know her, man.
And when I wrote it, I was like, okay, if Lil Kiki was writing this song, what would Lil Kiki say?
Yeah.
And that's how I wrote it. So if anybody listening to Swinging in the Rain, if they ever think Man, this remind me of Lil Kiki. Hey, you know why?
Yeah, man.
That's my inspiration.
Big shouts out,
100%.
big shouts
Lil
out to
Kiki.
my. He's like that's my brother.
Yeah.
You know,
For
he's
sure,
best
man.
friends from
Yeah.
37 plus years.
Yeah.
Marcus Edwards.
What it do? What it do?
Kiki, what's up, baby? But listen, man, hey, the transitioning, that's what we was talking about. From being a hood legend to being a mega star. What was that? What was that like, man? Because you put us on the map, man. You're one of the artists, you know. Now, big shouts out to Scarface, and you know, they in another atmosphere. They in the Ghetto Boys, they're in a whole nother world. You know, for us to come from our neighborhoods and to be in that position.
Yeah,
how did that transition come about, man?
It was unbelievable, man. Any accolade I ever received in my life, or any like benchmark of success, man, it was something that I never thought was possible. So a lot of it to me was, I really don't know how I got there other than just doing what I love to do and dedicating my time and energy, and any opportunity came my way, I made the most of it. My glass was always half full. Nothing was half empty about any of it. I always had a positive perspective.
That's right.
Even when bad things happened, I would just always just give it to God and just follow wherever the Spirit led me. But if you would have asked me at any time in my life before, you know, hey, you're going to be on MTV, BET, any of these, you're going to be a household name across the world, you must be crazy. You think about somebody else. But, you know, it just was all about representing, you know, for the Houston culture, just trying to represent for Houston, understanding the dynamic nuances between the north side and south side, and being that we're a secondary a screw where we're doing something that he created and
like a branch,
right, we'll branch off of that. But so how do we represent who we are, but at the same time always give the homage and credit to Screw for what he did? Because you know, you gotta realize too, like, we would go places and they'd be like, oh, Paul, they'd act like I'm the creator of Screw music or something like this, because this is their first time ever hearing about it. And it would, to me, it would be a great opportunity for me to explain who DJ Screw was, who Lil Kiki was, Fat Pat, all these people that inspired me, still inspire me to this day.
Yeah, I was about to ask you that. Who was some of the...
Definitely, them right there. Lil Kiki, Fat Pat, Pokey, you know, Slim Thug, you know.
Big shouts out to Slim, too.
Yeah, Zero, you know, but all the, you know, the Houston artists, Bun B, Pimp C.
You know, Houston, we have so much. We are an influence for hip-hop culture in the world. A lot of people try to, you know, talk about us and down talk us and, oh, they country, they from the South, man. Man, we really run it. Yeah. And we real.
Yeah.
You know, we got
there's
that
so
real.
many styles and like slang and stuff that comes out of other places, but it really came from here. But exactly. You know, it migrate, and the next thing you know, somebody from somewhere else popularize it, and then they get the credit for starting it. But that's like how it was for us coming out too. Like, it would be like they thinking that we coming with something that's ours, and it's ours in a sense because it's from Houston. But it's not ours in the sense that it's like mine personally. We create. We just gotta. So that type of
Houston we have our own lingo.
Yeah, exactly.
Our own style and everything.
Everything from clothes to the dress to what we would eat to the cars we would drive. Everything, how we would cut our hair. Everything would be unique. Now everything is like globalized. So the same styles. If it's popping one place, it's popping everywhere.
So let me ask you a question. I know that you're very spiritual. I got two questions I need to ask you. I know that you're a very spiritual young man. So you the slab god, huh? Oh, I like that, man. The
Low
slab god.
Low KG.
You know, he the slab god, man. When I saw that at Danjo shop, big shouts out again to my brother Danjo, Sean Danjo. I love him, mud guy. When I say mud guy, we got it out the mud. We grew up together, and I came up and it was something on his wall. It said the slab god. He said, man, you know that's Paul stuff. I said, man, I love him because he's so creative, man, and slab god that fits you. And I heard you saying one time that Kiki is really like one of the out of all the Houston artists that you really, you know, that you really love. Not saying that you don't love nobody else, but Kiki is one of those artists that you know, you really like. You know, really pay homage.
No doubt, man. It's like I mean, I personally attribute so much of our Houston style that we have to Lil Kiki. Either he created it or he popularized it.
He did.
To spread it for us to become the Houston.
So culture. you know Pokey, you know he played ball with me at Yates. That's my brother. we grew up together. I cut his hair. He come to my house. I cut his hair every. Not trying to put people out there, but I wrote "Keep My Name Out Your Mouth."
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wrote the hook.
Yeah.
But my thing is dealing with me and Pokey. We went to college together. We was roommates in college together too. And man, we'll be in the room rapping, freestyling against each other. And then for me to see my brother go to Screw House, and just blow, I'm like, woo, because me and Pokey of the Screwed Up Clique, we was the ones that was supposed to go to the NFL and fund the money for Screw. You know what I'm saying, to do what he need to do. And I mean, a lot of people don't know that history.
Yeah.
But another thing too, man, I want to elaborate on with you, man. You being a white rap artist, hip hop artist. A lot of people love you that you authentic. So how does that feel, man, to get put in that category and then still get love from the hip hop community?
Oh man, it feels great, definitely. Of course, because I don't want no hate, but I get it anyway sometimes. But I mean, some of it is, it's something that I struggle with some of it because being that
I can't believe that.
Growing up, I would always get bullied and made fun of by white people, only by white people, for being black or hanging with black people or talking black or dressing black or anything. But I would get so now that I always got love from the black community and the Hispanic community, but the white community is somewhere where I always had hate. So once I became successful, it switched like that. And the same people, the same exact people that would be making fun of me or down talking me or whatever, now they adore me. So I always struggle with what do I do with that? And I talk to my brother Derek Muhammad all the time about this because it's like I'll run into somebody who will be like straight redneck, Trump, everything, racist, the whole nine, the whole nine stereotype. But for whatever reason, they love me.
They love you.
And it's like, well, what do I do with that? I don't want to, I'm not naive enough to think that I can just make them not be racist, not be all these other things. But I do feel like that with that opportunity, there's something positive that could come from it. I just don't know what it is, and I tell you, I struggle with. I pray about it all the time. Like
that's them good old boys.
And also growing up, that wasn't the people I wanted to. I don't want to impress them. That's not who I look up to. So I don't even care at all if they was fans or also.
But we wouldn't trade you, man. I'm man. We're not gonna trade you.
Thank you, man.
That's real, man. So look, man. Give a shout out to wife and your kids, man.
Chris Wall, what's up? Will, Noel, what's up? Chaslin, Kelsey, Addison, Aubrey, Courtney, everybody, the whole squad. What it do?
You see what I'm saying? World, you see how humble and cool this cat is, man. You just got to understand him. And this for you to come out and be on my show, man, that means a lot to me. And you always, every time I talk to you, you're excited. You show me love, man. And I just want to give you the love.
Thank you, man.
Back, man. Yeah. We in Houston and in the world, we love you, Power Wow, man. And just being real, man. I ain't trying. I don't want nothing. Yeah. But I'm just being real, man. We really, really adore you, man.
Thank you, man.
As
I'm
an advocate.
I'm gonna do my best not to let you down, man.
I'm gonna
do my best not to let you down.
You're an advocate for us, man. And like I say, man, I went to school in Kentucky, and I remember Pokey did a freestyle on the Tipper 4-4 with you and him.
Yeah. And
he allowed me to with you and him on and put it on my CD, and so I could promote it up there in Kentucky.
Yeah.
So everybody,
that's what's up.
Everybody was jamming me in Kentucky.
Yeah.
So they was jamming you too. So
that's what a lot of people, they don't realize the inner workings of the underground, how things can spread. Like, it's not just talent, it's not just a great performance on a freestyle or a song, it's all of those other things. Like, when we would come up and it would be a screw tape or a switch house tape, and someone would go to college.
I know,
it would be the college or the military. They go to college, into another city, another state. They go to the military, another city, another state. And everybody there basically is from somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
So they represent where they from, you represent where you from. And you playing that screw tape or a switch house tape was a testament to this is where I'm from. I got my chest out. When they saying what they saying on there, I'm saying it with them with some bass in my voice because I'm proud of where I'm from. And people would feel that. They would feel the passion that you would have playing Big Pokey when you're down there or playing yourself when you're down there. They would feel that, and they would fall in love with it too. A lot of people wouldn't understand it because it would be slow. They wouldn't give it a chance. But once they really experience it, they would fall in love with it as well. And that's how the culture really spread so far to give us a shot, to give us a chance to where when we came out, they were already kind of accustomed to some of the style or some of the things, and it just set us up to have that opportunity to do it. So that underground, man, is key, man, and it's really a network, and it's not necessarily like organized where you can infiltrate it and do some backhanded industry stuff. It is occasionally some people get their fingers in it, but for the most part, the underground is just a network of people who are passionate about music that they love. And if you come to me with something, hey, you heard that new T-Dash? And I ain't heard it. Nah, I ain't heard it. But immediately I'm thinking, oh, it must be jamming the way you love it, And so that's just what it takes, to have that. It's also it's fun because in Houston, man, everybody in Houston has this mentality of, man, I ain't gonna be no dick rider. I apologize for
no, it's all right. It's all right. It's late night show,
But we had that mentality, and I remember when Young Dog, man, rest in peace, Young Dog.
R.I.P.
Man, he was my boy. And I remember he told me, I would always talk to him, man, you came to Houston to do a show, and I ain't never did a show before. I said, man, I want to be the first one to bring you to Houston to do a show. Really. Just so I could say I'm the first one to bring you to Houston to do a show. So it was my birthday, March 11th. I brought him down. I paid him whatever he charged. Man, don't give me no hookup price. Don't come for my birthday. How much you charge? That's what I want to pay you. This is gonna be a show. I paid him to come down, and then right before he went on stage, I tell him, hey, I forgot to tell you this. In Houston, you gonna see everybody out there mean mugging you, their arms crossed, all of this. But don't get it twisted. They love you. They love you. They just not gonna let you know that because they don't know how you gonna respond. If they let you know that they love you, you might respond with "get off my nuts," and then they gonna feel like, "Oh man, I ain't no bopper." So that's the mentality. Trust me, they love you. They gonna be staring at you, mean mugging you. But you might have that one song to come on and they say the word because they can't control themselves. And I guarantee you see any of these people backstage in the hallway at a merch table outside, they go, hey dog, what's up, man? I love you, man. Let me take a picture. So don't get fooled by what it feel like and look like when you're out there. That's just the Houston mentality we have. But trust me, they love you. And then he went out there and it was a shirt that. It was a whole bunch of mean mugging and this and that. And then when he sung one of them songs, they was singing it word for word, and you catch them afterwards. There's a line of pictures, people taking pictures. But that mentality we have where we don't show love, that's just only like a facade. Because Houston really do, I believe, show love more than almost any city. Because when we love somebody in Houston, we love you in Houston. So,
and big shouts out to Michael Watts.
Yeah, shout out Michael Watts.
Mike Jones. Because the tipping. I'm looking at you, and I'm here in my mind. I'm here tipping on phone. It's in my mind. I'm looking at you, but I'm like, I want you to come down. You know what I'm saying? On the song, man. Listen, one more question. Two more questions. Favorite screw tape. Favorite switch house tape.
My favorite screw tape is Who's Next with Flex.
Ooh, Who's Next with Flex?
There's a couple of them that I really love.
That's
Who's
what's
Next
up.
with Flex, Leaning on Switch. It's all good. That was one of my
Mine is
favorite
the final
backs.
chapter. The final chapter.
Yep.
Leaning on the Switch.
Yeah.
Who's Next with Flex? I love them. Love them three.
One thing I can say as a screwhead that there's so many screw tapes.
So many. Oh my God.
A lot of them too. Like, I don't even know exist. So there's freestyles out there right now that are classics that we haven't even heard yet. So it's like being I feel like a archaeologist on ancient aliens. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just unearthed some type of tomb of, some pharaoh. Every time a new screw tape come out. And sometimes that's what it'll be. It'll be like the one customer who got their personal screw tape that is not in the archive, but they got it. Well, hey man, we need to do a calling out screws. Anybody got your own personal screw tape, man? Bring them to the screw shop. We need to get them documented on historical record because some of these freestyles, man, they just next level and they not really out there for the world to see. But man, Them screw tapes, they take me back instantly to an era and time of when I fell in love with hip hop. That's how I was introduced to hip hop. You know, there was the East Coast music, hip hop on TV. When you watch Young TV raps, there was West Coast on the radio, which was mostly like NWA, Ice Cube type stuff. But you wanted to hear some Texas, the only thing you could hear was on screw tape. So that's what we wanted to listen to. We were proud to listen to screw tape. That's when they talking about
And one thing about Screw put every genre of every coastal on his tapes. Sebo.
So you would hear that,
Too
right?
Short. You know, Snoop Dogg.
Above the Law,
Above the Law, you know.
It be right, all of that.
Outkast would be on there, you know.
It would be a
Richie
true,
Rich.
a true mixtape, because it would be a mix of all music, not
and
just.
you have some MC Shan, you know. I mean, Screw was just, man, he was really before his time. Man. And for you all to capitalize, I can honestly say, for you all to capitalize where Screw was his legacy when he passed, and for Swisher House to come in and capitalize, and man, we really owe you all the Swisher House. We got to be honest. We really owe y'all for the underground to be lifted up. We really owe y'all. And gotta pay y'all homage to that. I think to put Houston on the map.
I think where the Swisher House really capitalized was at that time Screw was only doing cassette tapes.
Yeah.
And Swisher House came in doing CDs.
I'm talking about Kill the Game.
Cassette tapes you could have a lot more than 90 minutes on each side. But the CDs you couldn't get that much music. So the CDs wouldn't be as long, it wouldn't have as much music, but they would have had the new technology in all the cars, you know, these CD players you could play CD. And Swisher House really was on that internet early. There were a lot of people early, you know, that was on the internet that really just helped take it to another level. But even in that being said, it's like no matter how big we ever get, we always gotta, you know, direct the attention back to DJ Screw and Screwed Up Kid, you know, Screw Shop and everybody who's still holding down that legacy too as well. And it's hard, you know, I used to DJ. I don't DJ no more, but I used to DJ. And when I was DJing, I would, you know, I'd make my own little chopped and screw tapes, but although it wasn't a screw tape, of course.
I used to do it in college too.
Yeah.
I used to
but it's hard now for that, you know, style of music to continue to flourish if there's not continued DJs doing that. There's got to be DJs. Screw's not here. Somebody got to hold it down.
DJ D and Randy, they do it. They do it. Michael Watts still, you know.
DJ Red, I know, Watts, DJ D. There's a lot of people, man. And so big shouts out, big love to everybody out there that's doing slow down mixtapes. Wherever you from, it's people in other states doing it too.
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
Yeah, man, because we need that opportunity that Michael Watts, Ron C gave to me, or that same opportunity that Screw gave to the people he gave that to. You know, we need DJs out there doing that. We need, and if that art form, if it's not still being made, then how is somebody who's 15 right now who want to hear, you know, Lil Baby, 21 Savage, they want to hear them Screw. They want to hear Sauce Walker Screw.
Yeah, Goldmouth do it too. Yeah,
that's what we need, man.
We really do need some DJs to start back.
Yeah,
you know,
to keep that culture alive, man, for sure.
Keep it alive, man. But look, Paul, man, hey, man. This was a blessing again, man. I love you, man.
Love you too,
I appreciate you.
I hope it was worth the wait, man. I know. I was late, man. I was late today.
Appreciate you coming out, man. There it is, y'all. Yeah. We got Power Wall on the show, y'all. Listen, man, I appreciate each and everybody, you know, tuning in. Listen, we got to pay a few bills, and we'll be right back after these messages. These braces be messing with my mouth sometimes.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after these messages. T-Dash, get it to him, baby.
Welcome to the Brady Bobb Show.
And we are back on the Brady Bobb Show. Man, I got the boss of the show right here with me, T-Dash.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's going on, man?
Man, that ain't an amazing show today.
Man, that was a great show, man. For real, that was a great show, man.
Great show. Shout out
great show, man.
Yeah.
That was a great show, man. We had Paul Wall and Pastor Mia Wright here, and we have you, man.
Yeah.
The voice of the show, man.
Yeah, that.
The famous T-Dash, y'all.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Straight out of South Park, all day long, all day strong.
Man, how your week been going so far?
Man, it's been good, man. I've been, you know, doing a bunch of, you know, remodeling at the highs, man. You know, you got them kids, you know, them kids tear up stuff, man. And so all you get a bunch of eyesores, man, and I just been working at the house,
That's what's
man,
up,
getting
man.
my a handyman thing going. You know what I'm saying? Because I can pretty much do a lot of things. You know.
Man, I just want to let you know, man. I appreciate you again, man. Something big came up. You gave me a call to be on your show, man.
Yeah,
Woo, y'all. He called me to be on his show.
Man.
You know,
Man.
that's big, man. It's like the bat signal.
The
bat
love
signal.
experience, man. You
Yeah.
know, love experience,
Yeah,
man.
let the
That's a
public
thing
know,
that I
man.
got, man. And it's gonna be Valentine's. You know what I'm saying? And last year when I tried to do it, we had the freeze, and man, say, man, I had to push it back. I think 3 weeks, man, and we finally got it done, man. And it was a great turnout, man. Shout out to everybody who came out, man. And a lot of people been at, man, when you gonna do your next show? When you gonna do another show, man? Y'all, I'm fixing to do this show. It's going down next month, Valentine's, and y'all make sure y'all pull up. Oh man,
That's
you know what I'm
right.
talking about,
Pull
me and
up
Brady
on
Bobb.
me.
You know what I'm saying?
Pull
So,
up on me.
yeah.
So
it's
you
going
gonna have
down, man.
who you got on? Who you got on?
I
the
got myself,
Uh-huh.
Brady Bobb, and we are lining up some other ones, man. It's gonna be a live show, live band, and all that good stuff. Same way how we did it last time, y'all. For the ones who came, and for the ones who missed it, man, you missed a great show, man.
Pull
And like I said,
up on me. Pull
you
up
know,
on me.
yeah.
That's
So
what it is, man.
already, man. So
Look,
it's
man,
gonna go down.
I just want to let you know this. Everybody that's out there, know your worth. Remember that. Don't quit. Never give up. Never give up. Never give up. Know your worth. Don't quit. That's what it is. Brady Bobb Show. Listen, T-Dash. Hey, man. We here.
Yeah.
And we'll be back.
Yeah.
Give them what you want to give them. I don't care
Man,
whatever
look
you
here,
wanna
man.
give
Y'all
'em,
know
man.
T-Dash got that country song. It said, "Now you can treat me how you wanna winter, spring, summer, and fall. But one thing I know about this thing called love is I want it all." You know what I'm talking about?
That's
And
right.
that is on the Brady Bobb Show.
Yeah, it is. Love, peace, and happiness.